Also here tonight at 5, Oakland County deputies have arrested a man tonight in connection with the deadly shooting of a Lyft driver early this morning in Pontiac.
Happened at the intersection of Putnam and Rundell Street around 5 this morning. Rod Maloney, they're live tonight at the Oakland County Sheriff's Office with the latest. Rod.
Actually, Kimberly, we have moved here to the corner of Putnam and Rundell. And here's the thing. The Lyft order for a fare came in at about 4:30 in the morning for somebody to get picked up at the Walmart up in Rochester Hills. They drove the 7 miles and got to here, which is just a couple of blocks short of where the original fare had been ordered. Sky 4 there shortly after 5 this morning. The call coming into the Oakland County Sheriff's Department as a vehicle accident. When deputies arrived on the scene, they found a much different cause: point-blank range gunfire.
Incredibly heinous.
Sheriff Bouchard calls this a particularly grisly crime in that the shooter fired from the back seat into the back of the driver's head. She was a middle-aged woman from East Point.
Just a really very terrible and tragic situation.
This is the area of the crash in the daylight. Pieces of the car remain on the ground, medical gloves strewn about. The sheriff's office tells Local 4 it was just a few blocks away from where the woman driving the Lyft vehicle put in as a final destination. Sheriff Bouchard says it was not that difficult to come up with a suspect, considering the Lyft fare remained open and they could follow the computerized credit card information.
That was part of it, and a number of things. We also had people make descriptions at the scene. We brought out a tracking dog. There were a lot of things that kind of pieced it together.
Bouchard says shortly after noontime they did, and now they're pulling together their evidence to take it to the prosecutor's office.
We believe, based on everything so far, that he is our suspect, and we have him in custody.
This is ring camera video from a house just up the street showing officers rushing to the scene. And it was ring camera video that became important to the investigation. Now, the sheriff's office is not telling us who this driver was just yet. They want to notify family, but we're told that some of the family members wound up over at the medical examiner's office this afternoon, but we're still awaiting the notification on who this victim was. In the meantime, we did reach out to Lyft and so far have not heard back from them on their part of this. An arraignment still is not scheduled. Reporting live in Pontiac, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Tonight, the family of a Lyft driver killed in Pontiac is speaking out for the first time.
This happened last Friday morning at the intersection of Putnam and Rundell Street. A man was arrested in connection with the shooting, but as Victor Williams shows us, family members are still trying to make sense of what happened.
Well, this memorial continues to grow, and it's so sad because this could have happened to anyone. Sadly, it happened to a woman who family members say did not deserve this at all.
She wasn't just a Lyft driver. She was a mother. She was a grandmother. She was an auntie. She was a sister.
You can clearly see the pain a family is going through, coming to terms with the death of 49-year-old Dina Mae Terrell after she was shot in the back of the head by a passenger she was dropping off for Lyft. Johnny Terrell Jr. is her ex-husband.
She was a graphic design artist. She was a bartender. She was a lot of things, and she did not deserve to go out this way.
A 19-year-old is in custody accused of being the one who pulled the trigger, but it's just not making sense for family members. The motive behind all of this remains a mystery.
Why would he do this? I don't get it. Robbery wasn't a thing. Her jury was still on. Her purse was beside her. So why?
Family members say the teen was picked up from a Walmart in Rochester and was being dropped off at a location in Pontiac. We're told Dina was almost at the destination when she was shot at Putnam Avenue and Rundell Street. Her silver Nissan Versa crashing into a utility pole. This memorial now sits in her honor as neighbors pay their respects. The gunman took off after the shooting, but it wasn't hard for investigators to piece together who they were looking for. He's set to officially be charged more than likely sometime Tuesday.
Right now, my sons they're inconsolable. They don't want to speak. They just want to lay their mother to rest with respect, as well as the rest of her family.
With Dina being a mother of 3 and grandmother of 3 as well, her family is having a hard time with her unexpected death. So far, they say no one from Lyft has reached out to help.
Lyft hasn't tried to reach out to us for anything, regardless of what they said. But when they do reach out to us, we don't want their condolences or well wishes. We want help with burying her and putting her to rest with respect. That's what we're asking for.
Now, in the last few minutes, we received a statement from Lyft that says they are indeed still trying their best to reach out to the family to make some sort of contact, but there is no explanation as to why that has not happened just yet. But in the meantime, for those at home watching who would like to step up and help this family out, head over to clickondetroit.com for a link to their GoFundMe campaign. Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor.